Hi guys, welcome to the first of 4 Advent special videos of my podcast, of the Knitting Eillets Podcast. I'm very excited. I've never done anything like this, so I hope you like it. I thought about 4 things I want to talk with you or to show you I asked you some of those on Instagram or in my last video, episode 7. I have 4 surprise Advent videos coming each of the Advents. They are not necessarily belonging together or kind of a series. They sometimes do different kind of topics. And as you can see in the title, today I want you to introduce you 10 quick and easy knitting patterns, and most of them are for free, available on Ravelry, which is a little bonus. They're not all totally for free, but most of them are for free or they are very cheap, so that you really can knit up some quick and easy Christmas gifts for your loved ones. Happy Advent to you. I hope you have something nice and cozy to drink. You've seen me prepare my tea. This is a homemade blend, which I kind of came up with. Its ingredients are English breakfast tea, rosehip tea, and lemon vervain tea a little bit. English breakfast tea and the rosehip tea are 1 to 1, so the same amount. And the lemon vervain, I don't know how to say it in English, it's a Zitronenverbene in German. Lemon vervain is just a little bit. And as you might have seen, I always put some sugar into my tea. I don't like tea without sugar. And I'm eating something that is also homemade. You see me taking it out of the box. It's very delicious. Not very practical on the video because it makes my tea go black. It's a traditional sweet. It's also homemade from our own quinces. So it's made up of quinces. I made a jelly, a quince with the juice of the quinces and with the part of the fruit, the body part, as you can say. It doesn't sound very tasty when I explain it like this. I made kind of a gelée also, but I let it dry and turned it into cocoa powder. So it's kind of a very healthy, the most healthy sweets, and it's really tasty. I also have some broken bits of gingerbread cookies, which I really like to dip. But they are store-bought. They are not the best. They are really sweet. There's a ton of sugar in them, I'm sure. So I really intend to bake my own gingerbread cookies. I never done that before, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope I can leave out some of the sugar, so they are not that sweet. I'm wearing my Goldwing sweater by Jennifer Stengas, made with a Mayflower Easy Care Merino big wool in the colors, I think, white and rhododendron, I think were they called. If you want to know everything about this sweater and how I made it, you can go and check out my older videos. Well, older, all of them are not quite old. It's episode 5, 6 and 7 is with the finished object, but 5 and 6 are the ones I really talk in depth about this jumper. I really like wearing it. It's so cozy, it's so warm. It turned really cold here. It's 1-2 degrees Celsius. It's freezing. Of course, in the apartment it's okay, but I just came from outside and it was really cold and chilly breeze. It was really uncomfortable. My face almost fell off. I hope it's not too red or something. Yeah. Now I'm here with my quince bread, is it called? My gingerbread bits and my tea. And I want to introduce you, as I said, to the 10 easy, quick gift knit patterns, which are mostly for free on Ravelry. I made a Ravelry bundle, which I will link underneath. And if you like this video and you are checking the bundle, you can hit that like button and maybe subscribe also to my channel if you wish to. So, of course, they are all accessories because otherwise they wouldn't be quick. I have accessories for the head, headband and hats. I have mitts, fingerless mitts. I have cowls and I have leg warmers. And I have 2 patterns of each category. And I think we will go from top to the bottom. So we will start with the head and we will start with the hats. So let's start with the hats. If you see me look around with my eyes, I'm filming on my laptop and I'm also checking in my Ravelry favorites bundle at the same time. So excuse me if I'm not always looking into the camera. Now, I have more than the 2 patterns I tell you now in my favorites bundle, so go check it out in any case, because I've added some more patterns I just came across. I just decided that for the video I really want to show you 2 patterns and maybe mention a 3rd one in some cases. So the first pattern I want to mention to you is the Y.A.S hat, which is yet another stockinette hat by Jasmine Davis. She uses fingering weight yarn for this with 22 stitches in 4 inches or 10 centimeters on 2.75mm needles, which is US 2. You would need 230 yards or 210 meters of yarn to get that. And it is a top-down hat. It starts at the top and you increase stitches and then you can basically knit as long as you want it and kind of just fold it over as much as you want it. I just used this pattern for this hat I just made. It is a cashmere hat. It is made with a long cashmere light wool. And I also showed it to you in my episode 7. It's also in episode 7. So I took the pattern from the Y.A.S hat, but I made a 3x2 rip. And it was quite nice. I just changed that I didn't start with 4 stitches as she suggests in the pattern. I started with 8 stitches, so 2 on each needle. And I could kind of pull it and there was no hole whatsoever in the end. So I really like this one. It is very cozy. I can either have it a bit slouchy like this, but I prefer my hats to be, snug. And just, sit kind of snugly. So I love this one. Maybe I will do it a bit longer, but I'm not sure yet. Check it out. It was one of the few top-down patterns. So if you're not sure you have enough yarn, just start at the top and you can knit as long as you want. And maybe you can't fold it at all, or you can fold it once or twice or 3 times or whatever, however much you want to. Lovely hat pattern. The second pattern I chose is Jason's Cashmere Hat by Melissa Thomson. She uses Aran weight yarn with 6 stitches in 1 inch. She uses 4 and 5mm needles or US 6 and 8, and she uses 200 yards or 183 meters. It is one size and it fits a 22 to 24 inch circumference. I didn't calculate now how much this is in centimeters, but this should be kind of your average head. Maybe you could use smaller needles to make it smaller. It is a very lovely cabled pattern, and it's also for free on Ravelry as I saw it. Or you can go to the website where it's for free. So in some in some way you can access the pattern for free. You don't have to pay for it. So I really like this cable work, and I'm really tempted to try that one out because I really like how it looks. And for the hats, I have a third mention, but I didn't take it in fully because it's, I think, a pattern in German, and it's only available in German. It's the Fischland hat by Lete, and she uses 4.5 or 5 millimeter needles, Aran weight. She doesn't say a gauge here in the Ravelry prescription, but I knitted one of those actually years ago, and I really like it because you kind of knit two hats. You start with a provisional cast on and then knit the first hat upwards to the length you like, and then decrease and everything. And then you take back the stitches and do a second hat in another color if you prefer. And then the thing is, you put those inside each other. So you have basically two kind of hats. You can kind of just flip it, and you have another color. So I can show you, and I made mine so I have a little brim, and because this is double the thickness, it is really warm and it keeps away the wind really nicely. So this is my hat I wear for the stables because it's a very nice wool, and the double fabric, I normally wear it with the green part outside, and I have this this brim, and I really like it. It's so warm and cozy. If I were to redo it, I would do a bit of a wider brim, and it's a very cozy gift knit. So it's really not that hard, and maybe if you use Google Translation, you could get the hang of it. It's a very basic hat, very basic decreases. So if you want to try this pattern and you're stuck because of the German, you could write me and I could help you translate it. So just contact me on Ravelry with a PM or on Instagram with a PM, and we can take a look at it together if you want to. Oh, I don't like the hat hair you have after wearing a hat. I have hair everywhere. So let's go to the headbands. I have two types of headbands, which I really like, and I've made both. The first one, which is also the first headband I made, is a very simple brioche stitch headband. You basically just knit brioche stitch in a long rectangle, and then you fold it together in a special way. You actually just take a half of it, fold it in half each side, and kind of do it inside each other. I don't know how to explain this. It's like this, and then you sew through all the layers, and then you get this kind of twist. It's really easy and simple to do. This is the newest one I did. This is my old one and first one where it has some mistakes. It was my first ever brioche stitch thing, and it has some mistakes in it, but I don't mind. This is the thing I wear mostly into the stable, and I now did a one that is wider. You can see this is quite a bit wider, so it covers my ears very nicely. So this is how I would normally wear with my hair together, how I would wear my headband, and it's so cozy and fluffy and warm, and I really like how this twist looks, this knot, because this is quite wide and I wouldn't like it if it came like down to here on my head. I did this after a German pattern YouTube tutorial, which I can't find anymore for the life of me. I looked for it, but I found basically tons of patterns for a simple brioche headband, and I chose the Royal Icing headband by the Bakingknitter Designs. It is available in German and English. It uses DK weight yarn, which I use too. You have 20 stitches in 4 inches. In brioche stitch, they use needle 3.5. I use needle 4.5 or 5, which makes mine a bit loose. So I would sometimes wish I'd taken a denser needle, so it's even tighter and warmer. But it's fine, I can always make another one. Those are really, really quick and easy to do. I can only recommend this pattern, and they also have instructions, I think, to add pearls to it, which I find very nice and chic. And yeah, just give it a try. It is really, you can buy it for €2 or you can have a free version available. So give it a try. It's a quick and easy, lovely knit. The second headband, I also did 2 of those, is the Linna headband by herbardenknitwear. I just recently discovered those and I really like doing those. I did one for myself and one as a Christmas gift for a person in my life. The pattern is not free. That's the one of the few ones you have to pay for. It's €3, so it's really not much. And as it is a one with a cable and it has a twist and it's nicely explained and everything, I don't think €3 are too much for it. The only thing I added here, and I talk about this I think in my episode 6 more in depth, the only thing I did was I did a little stitch in the end here to hold the cross over sections in place. And I really like also how this looks. Now this is a bit of a color clash with my jumper, but never mind. So it's really lovely. It's wide and it's not too wide on the top as I like it. It's only 1 layer, so it's a thinner layer than the one with the brioche, of course. For a normal, not too windy day, this is just fine. And my second one is with this lovely Rico baby soft something yarn. So these were my 2 headbands and all the things I have for the head. Now let's go on to the neck. I found you some cowls. So I found you more than one cowl, as you can see in my Ravelry bundle. I found you one in fisherman's rib, one in brioche, one with a stitch pattern and one in colorwork. So I will just choose 2 of those for the moment and I will take the brioche one. It's the pretty brioche thing where you also knit with 2 colors, I think. And it's with super bulky, 9.5 stitches on 4 inches. So it's really bulky and cozy. It's knit with 8mm needles, US 11, and you need 140 meters or 153 yards. And it looks so cozy, really. And I would love to have a brioche stitch bulky weight cowl. Circumference is 60 centimeters, height approximately 25, but of course you can go on as long as you like. And it looks just really, really cozy. Generally, a cowl isn't hard to do, so you could kind of invent something. You just kind of need to know how many stitches you want, how close or how wide you want it. I made this cowl and I kind of made it up. I had 2 skeins of the cashmere light long yarns. Let me show you. So, and I like my cowls to be a bit tighter because I don't see the point if you have a cowl that hangs down here. Why would you wear one? Just for style maybe, but I want mine to really do its purpose. And I wear it like this and I only have 1 layer and it's so warm and cozy. And then this winter with my matching hat. I just did 3x2 rib, 80 stitches, 5mm needles and just knit the whole 2 balls. So you can basically do a stockinette cowl, you can do garter stitch, you can do 2x2 rib, you can do anything. I think for someone who starts knitting a cowl or knitting in the round, a cowl is really a good thing to start. You basically cannot go wrong. And even if you have little mistakes because it's a little bit scrunched up around your neck, no one will see them. So go for it. And I think it's something that a lot of people like and can have a use for. I think it's a good gift knit too. The second cowl, I'm having trouble, cowl I chose is the one with the colorwork in it. It's the Fair Enough cowl by, I am very sorry, I'm going to butcher your name so badly, Agnieszka Dzikiewicz Krawczyk. I'm so sorry. Really am. So she suggests a lot of drops yarns. Maybe it's a pattern made for drops. It's DK weight, 21 stitches and 4 inches, 4.5 or 5 millimeter needles, 57 centimeters circumference, in English, available in English and Polish. And it's a free Ravelry download. It's one size, and I really like the colorwork pattern she made on the cowl, and yeah, just go for it. I mean, it's a good way maybe to practice your colorwork in the round before you go for a jumper or a sock. So if you want to work on your tension, I might even do this one, because never bad to work on your colorwork tension. Let's go to the mitts. I only took fingerless mitts because they are, in my opinion, a bit quicker and easier as normal closed mittens. And I think a lot of people like those, the fingerless ones, because you can still work with your phone. You can still, I also very much like them in the car. I have 2 patterns which I really can recommend because I knitted them up myself. The first ones, and I really knitted up those a lot, I think at least 4 times, are the Irish hiking mitts by I Knit 2 Purl Soho. It's made with worsted weight yarn in her pattern, 22 stitches on 4 inches, 4 millimeter needles. I used DK weight yarn, and I think I did mine on 3.5 millimeter needles to get a bit of a density. And I just really love the stitch pattern. You need 150 to 220 yards, depending on how long you make them, or 137 to 201 meter. They are one size in the pattern, but they are very easily adjustable, which I did because I like my mitts to be really snug. And yeah, I apologize on how they look because these are actually the very first ones I made. And I just love the stitch pattern. I added the rib at the top and at the bottom. And let me show you how they are on my hand. And these ones actually were a bit loose. So I made myself other ones which I tightened up here. I kind of decreased stitches and did kind of 4 to 6, I think it was 4 stitches, and went down a needle size smaller. But I really like that length because they don't interfere with my pullovers and my hundreds of underlayers. I don't like them to be too long because it's very impractical for me. But I like them to be very long on my fingers, so these are actually a bit short for me. The other ones I made up to here. So I made those in the DK weight, and I made the second ones in the exact same yarn for me, and I made them twice. Again with with 2 alpaca fingering weight yarns held together. I made one for my grandma last year for Christmas, and then a friend of hers saw these mitts and wanted those so badly. She asked me if I could knit them for her too, and she gave me kind of the price for the material. Really love the Irish hiking mitts, love the pattern. It's so easy, so quick, and it just looks very, very good and professional. So only can recommend those. The second pattern is also for free on Ravelry. It's the Vento del Nord mitts by Francesca Caricato. And I made those already once for my dad in a really huge size. She uses fingering weight yarn with 28 stitches on 4 inches and needle 2.5 millimeter. She uses 197 to 241 yards or 180 to 220 meters of yarn. She has 4 sizes: women small, women medium, man small, women large, man medium, or man large. Now, Mom, if you're watching, click away because I will spoiler your Christmas gift otherwise. Bye, see you later. I make these for my mom. So I make the Vento del Nord mitts for her in knitting for olive merino and silk mohair. I'm on the second one, and you see I haven't made the thumb yet because I'm not sure I will have enough of the mohair. I hope it will be enough to make the second main mitt, and if I do the thumb only in merino, it's not that bad, I guess. But yeah, I really like this pattern. It's a very simple 2x2 rib pattern, and I really like it. My mom has a bit smaller hands and shorter hands than I do, so I think for her they will be perfect. Of course I need to do the thumb. The second one is still in the making. So I really can recommend this pattern. Easy to make, quick to make, and I think a gift because of the 2x2 rib that will fit a lot of hands and is very stretchy, and yeah, just a lovely one. Go and check it out. So we are already at the last 2 patterns, which are leg warmers. I see a lot of patterns for mitts, hats, headbands, scarves, cowls, but I don't see a lot of leg warmers. So I wanted to include those because I really like to wear leg warmers, especially when I'm wearing a skirt in winter and I have my tights underneath, and it's just an extra layer of warmth. So the first one I have for you is the lovely ribbed leg warmers by Purl Soho. They are very long on the pattern photos, but of course you can knit them as long as you want them to be. I really like these simple 2x2 rib patterns, and it's a fingering plus a sport, so DK weight yarn, but they have 35 stitches in 4 inches, so that for me is not DK, that for me is, that's a bit strange with the gauge, I think, but okay. She uses 3.5mm needles, so they are quite dense. 225 to 1,745 yards of wool, or 206 to 1,596 meters, which of course depends on how long you knit them. If you want the whole leg to be covered, you need a lot of wool. If you want only small ones, you never need as much wool. So she has for kids and adults, and she gives you the calf circumferences, and the pattern is available for free. You have a short and a long version in the pattern, and she tells you exactly how much yarn you need for the sizes and the short and the long version. So go check that pattern out. I really like it, and if 2x2 is a bit too boring for you, I have a very simple alteration for this one. I made these leg warmers very long time ago. This is kind of as long as my underarm is, so from the hand palm to the elbow is a very good length for me for my leg warmers, I think. And I made a 2x2 rib with a sock yarn. Maybe you can see this rib here. It's kind of a 2 right stitches, and after every 3 or 4 stitches you just twist them once, so you knit the second before the first one. And it gives it a very nice pattern. It is so quick and simple. You don't need a cable needle, and it would be a very easy alteration you can do to the Purl Soho knits. So I really love those, and I wear them a lot, and I really want to make myself some more leg warmers this winter. And the second pattern which I discovered, and I just like very much the look of it, and it might be the one I want to try, is the Staghorn leg warmers by Nat Raedwulf. It was published in Wolf and Fawn Knits, and it's knitted in worsted weight yarn, 16 stitches per 4 inches, using 4mm needles. You have 3 sizes, S, M and L, and you need 301 to 355 yards of wool, or 275 to 325 meters. And they just look so nice and lovely with this texture. They seem to be quite with a bit of negative ease when you look at the pictures. They are not like the warm, like the loose, cozy ones. They are quite tightly. But I like that. I like when they stay up. I actually don't see the point, as in a cowl that hangs around here. I don't see the point of a leg warmer that slips around, down all the time. I want warm legs, so they need to stay up. So I really like that one. Also the color, of course, of the yarn is perfection. The pictures, oh, just love them. I haven't knit this pattern up, but I want to, and I really plan to do those. I also have scarves, small scarves in my Ravelry bundle. I have more leg warmers, I have welly warmers, I have some more mitts. Yeah, just go and check the bundle out. I have a lot of free, easy, quick patterns for you there. I didn't include the scarves into this list because it's, I think, one of the most obvious things to knit for it as a gift knit. And I have not put the Sophie scarf into my bundle because everyone knows it. I just knitted it for my grandma. It's fine. I like the pattern, but there are very similar patterns which are for free. So go and have a look on the quick and easy Christmas knits bundle I made on my Ravelry page. I really hope you enjoyed this little Advent special to the first of the Advents. 3 more are coming. Yeah, I will just upload them on Sundays mornings, I guess. Maybe 10, 11. By noon they should be up latest. Maybe I have a sleep in at some point. But yeah, they will be up on the Advent Sundays. And the 4th one, which is the 24th of December, which actually is when we celebrate Christmas in Switzerland. We celebrate on the 24th on the evening. I hope you enjoy your Advent season with your maybe Advent calendars. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button of my channel and the like button on the video. And you can find me on Instagram as knitting_Eillets and on Ravelry just as Eillets. Thanks and have a lovely first Advent. Bye.